Listen carefully. Time is the only thing you can't buy back. You can lose money and earn it again. You can lose friends and find new ones. But once a moment is gone, it's gone forever. Every second that passes is a piece of your life you'll never get back. And most people spend their days like they have forever left. The biggest mistake, wasting time on things and people that don't move you forward. We scroll, we complain, we compare while our dreams collect dust. You say you're waiting for the right time. But there is no right time. There's only now. Every legend, every success story, every warrior of greatness started with now. Another mistake, letting fear decide your future. Fear of failing, fear of judgment, fear of stepping into your own power. Let me tell you something. Fear is a liar. The people who rise above it, they don't wait to feel ready. They move anyway. And the third mistake, not believing in yourself enough to take action. Faith isn't just about hoping. It's about doing when the odds are against you. The universe rewards movement, not hesitation. So today, I want you to look at your life and ask, where am I wasting time? Cut it. Remove it. Replace it with discipline, purpose, and faith, because your time is your legacy. Remember, greatness isn't built in comfort. It's built in motion. Every minute counts. Use it to create something eternal. Time is the most valuable currency. Once gone, it never returns. You can earn back money, rebuild your health, regain your confidence, even repair broken relationships. But time, once it slips through your fingers, it's gone forever. Every second that passes is a silent transaction. You're trading your time for something. The question is, what are you trading it for? Comfort, distraction, excuses, or progress, growth, and purpose? Most people live like they've got an unlimited supply of time, like the clock isn't ticking. They waste hours scrolling through meaningless content, gossiping about others, overthinking decisions that could have been made in a minute. And when life hits hard, when they realize how fast the years went by, they look back and wonder where it all went. But by then, it's too late. The truth is harsh, but really you don't lose time suddenly, you lose it slowly, one wasted hour at a time. Think about this. Every day you wake up, you're given 24 hours. That's 40 minutes. You can't save them. You can't store them. You can only spend them. And how you spend them determines the quality of your future. Some people spend those minutes chasing dreams, building something meaningful, learning, improving, getting uncomfortable. Others spend them complaining, doubting, or running from responsibility. The difference between success and mediocrity isn't luck. It's how you use your time. Time is life. Every tick of the clock is a heartbeat closer to your last one. That's not meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. Because when you realize how short this ride, you stop wasting time on things that don't matter. You stop arguing about small stuff. You stop trying to please people who don't care. You stop letting fear and doubt write your story. You start living with urgency. The greats understand this truth. 50 Cent once said, sleep is for those who are broke. Not because rest isn't important, but because most people sleep on their potential. They waste the precious energy that could be used to build something lasting. When you value your time, you protect it. You start saying no to nonsense, distractions, and negativity. You guard your focus like your life depends on it, because it does. But valuing time isn't just about hustling nonstop. It's about alignment. It's about knowing what matters most and giving your time to that. You could work all day chasing someone else's dream and still feel empty. True success is when your time matches your purpose, when every hour you spend moves you closer to the person you were meant to become. And here's the painful part, you never know how much time you have left. We all act like there's always a tomorrow. But someday there won't be. Someday the clock stops. And the only thing that will matter then is how you spent the moments you were given. Did you love deeply? Did you try fearlessly? Did you make an impact? Or did you waste your time chasing approval, comfort, or temporary pleasure? Time is the real test of character. It reveals your priorities. Look at where your hours go and you'll see what truly matters to you. If you say your dream is important, but you spend more time watching TV than working on it, your actions expose your truth. If you say you want change but keep repeating the same habits, you're lying to yourself. The world doesn't reward intentions. It rewards disciplined use of time. Every minute you spend doubting yourself is a minute you could have spent building yourself. Every hour you waste waiting for someday is an hour stolen from your destiny. You can't afford to live like time is infinite. It's not. Your clock is running and you don't get a rest start. So when you wake up tomorrow, remember you're not just waking up to another day. You're waking up to another chance to invest your time wisely. Because every second that passes is an opportunity to move closer to greatness or drift further away. Time is the most valuable currency. Spend it like it's sacred, because it is. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Act now. The truth is there is no perfect time, no ideal situation, no flawless alignment of circumstances that will make everything easy. Waiting for perfection is the most beautiful disguise of procrastination. It's how fear convinces you to stand still while your dreams drift further away. Every person who ever achieved greatness didn't wait for the stars to align. They created their own moment through action, through movement, through faith. You keep saying you'll start when you feel ready, but readiness is a myth. Nobody feels completely ready to take the leap. You think you'll start the business when you save enough money, hit the gym when you have more energy, chase your dream when life settles down. But life never settles. It keeps moving, and every day you wait, the gap between who you are and who you could become grows wider. The perfect moment is a trap. It's comfort pretending to be logic. It whispers, wait a little longer, but what it really means is stay the same. The people who win in life are not the ones who waited for the perfect moment. They're the ones who acted in imperfect conditions. They started broke, uncertain, afraid. But they started. And that's what made all the difference. You have to understand this action creates clarity. Movement reveals the path. You'll never have all the answers before you begin, and you don't need to. When you take that first step, the next one becomes clearer. Waiting for certainty before acting is like waiting for the ocean to calm before learning to swim. You'll wait forever. The waves of life will never stop, but you can learn to move through them. Every day you hesitate, opportunity fades a little. Someone else is acting on the same idea you're still thinking about. Someone else is building while you're planning. Someone else is winning while you're waiting. Don't let fear of failure become your comfort zone. Failure doesn't destroy you, inaction does. Because when you fail, you learn, you adapt, you evolve. But when you do nothing, you stay exactly where you are, and regret becomes your only companion. You have to break the habit of waiting for permission. You don't need anyone to tell you it's your time, it already is. The moment you decide to move, life starts responding. The universe doesn't reward hesitation, it rewards boldness. Every great story began with a leap of faith, not a perfect plan. Look at anyone who made history. They stepped into uncertainty. They acted while afraid. They believed before they had proof. Stop telling yourself that the timing isn't right. The timing will never be right. The only right time is the moment you decide to act. You'll make mistakes. You'll stumble, you'll fall. But that's how you grow. Progress isn't made in comfort. It's forged in action, in the decision to do something even when you're not sure how it will end. There's a silent truth about time. While you wait, it's running out. Every second that passes is one you'll never get back. Tomorrow isn't promised, and yesterday can't be changed. The only power you have is now. And the longer you hesitate, the heavier dreams become. They start turning into what ifs, and what ifs are the heaviest burden a soul can carry. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to begin. The people who inspire the world aren't flawless, they're fearless enough to try. They trust that even if they fall, they'll rise again stronger. They understand that momentum beats perfection, because motion creates results and perfection creates excuses. Perfect moment is a fantasy created by fear to keep you safe, but greatness doesn't live in safety. It lives in risk, in courage, in the willingness to step forward even when the road is unclear. So don't wait for the right moment to arrive. Create it through your actions. You have a fire inside you, a purpose calling your name. Every second you spend waiting is a second that purpose fades. Don't let hesitation kill your destiny. Start now. Move forward with faith, not fear. The power you're looking for isn't somewhere out there. It's in your decision to act today. Fear destroys more dreams than failure ever will. It creeps in quietly, whispering lies into your mind, telling you that you're not ready, not good enough, not worthy. It convinces you to play it safe, to stay comfortable, to avoid risk. And while failure might hurt for a moment, fear kills you slowly, one unfulfilled dream at a time. The truth is, failure is a lesson, but fear is a prison. So many people never even start because they're afraid to fail. They let fear control their choices, their voice, their vision. They spend their entire lives standing at the edge of possibility, staring into the unknown, too scared to take that first step. But what they don't realize is that the pain of regret is far worse than the pain of failure. Failure fades, regret haunts. Regret whispers, you could have been more. You should have tried. The greatest tragedy isn't falling short. It's never trying at all, because every time you let fear stop you, you hand over your power. You let something invisible dictate your life. You silence your own potential before the world ever gets to see it. Fear doesn't protect you, it robs you. It steals your future under the illusion of safety. And the saddest part, most people never realize that fear is just an illusion, nothing more than a story your mind tells to keep you from stepping into greatness. Failure, on the other hand, is real, but it's also necessary. Every great success story is built on a foundation of failures. Every champion, every innovator, every legend has stumbled, fallen, and risen again. Failure is not the end, it's the beginning. It's where strength is built, where resilience is born, where wisdom is earned. But fear will never let you see that. Fear wants you to quit before you even begin. Think about it. How many ideas have died because someone was too afraid to share them? How many talents have gone unnoticed because someone was too afraid to be judged? How many people live ordinary lives because they were too afraid to chase extraordinary dreams? Fear is not a wall, it's a shadow. It looks big until you face it. The moment you confront it, you realize it has no real power. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the decision to move forward despite it. The people who achieve greatness feel fear just like you do, but they act anyway. They've learned that fear and faith cannot exist in the same space. You have to choose one. You can't serve both. Either you feed your fear or you feed your faith. One will grow, the other will die. You were not born to live small. You were not created to hide your light. But fear keeps you silent when your soul is screaming to be heard. It tells you to fit in when you were meant to stand out. It convinces you to follow the crowd when your destiny is to lead. Every time you surrender to fear, you shrink your life to match a comfort zone, and nothing great ever grows there. When you face your fears, you unlock your power. You realize that the things you were most afraid of were never as big as they seemed. The rejection you feared won't break you. The failure you dreaded will teach you. The judgment you worried about won't define you. The truth is, fear loses its grip the moment you act. Action is the antidote to fear. Every step you take forward weakens it, and every moment you hesitate strengthens it. Look at your life right now. How many opportunities have you let slip away because of fear? How many dreams are still on hold because you're waiting to feel ready? Fear has already taken enough from you. It's time to take back control. Because the only way to defeat fear is through faith and movement. You have one life, one chance to leave your mark. Don't let fear write your story. Let courage guide you, let faith carry you, let failure refine you. Fear destroys more dreams than failure ever will, and the only way to stop it is to face it today, not tomorrow. Faith and action together build unshakable momentum. One without the other is incomplete. Faith without action is just a wish, and action without faith is directionless motion. But when you combine them, when belief meets movement, you become unstoppable. You stop waiting for proof and start creating it. You stop asking for signs and start becoming one. Faith gives you vision, and action gives you progress. Together, they build a force that nothing can break. Faith is the foundation. It's the voice inside that says, keep going, even when nothing seems to be working. It's that invisible energy that whispers, you can, when the world tells you that you can't. Faith is seeing light in the middle of darkness, believing in the outcome before it arrives. But faith alone isn't enough. You can't pray for success while sitting still. You can't dream of greatness while refusing to move. Prayer opens a door, but action walks through it. So many people have faith, but they don't move. They believe in a better life, a brighter future, a greater version of themselves, but they stay where they are, waiting for something magical to happen. The truth is, miracles don't come to those who wait. They come to those who work. Faith gives you hope, but action turns hope into results. Every step you take, no matter how small, sends a message to the universe. I'm serious about my purpose. And the universe responds to movement. Action without faith, on the other hand, burns out quickly. You can hustle, grind, and work endlessly, but if you don't believe in what you're doing, you'll never find true fulfillment. Faith fuels persistence. It's what keeps you going when results are invisible, when your plan fails, when doors close in your face. Faith tells you there's another way. It gives your struggle meaning. It reminds you that everything is happening for you, not to you. The power lies in balance. Faith gives direction, action gives traction. One guides the spirit, the other shapes reality. Every legend you admire understood this. They didn't just hope, they acted with conviction. They didn't just move blindly. They trusted in something greater guiding their steps. That's why they succeeded. Because momentum is born when belief and effort move together in harmony. Momentum is a spiritual force. It's what happens when you decide you won't quit. When your faith fuels your actions, and your actions strengthen your faith. Each step forward builds confidence, and each bit of progress deepens your belief. It becomes a cycle of growth, power, and resilience. That's how ordinary people become extraordinary, through consistent faith-driven action. Think about it. Every big success story began with a tiny act of faith. Someone dared to believe in a dream no one else saw. They worked when no one was watching. They persisted through pain, doubt, and criticism. And slowly, their faith created momentum that no obstacle could stop. The same power lives inside you. You don't need to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. The next one will appear once you move. That's how faith works. It reveals itself in motion, not in waiting. When you move with faith, setbacks don't break you, they build you. You stop seeing failure as the end and start seeing it as a lesson. You realize that every no is just a step toward your eyes. You develop patience because you trust that timing is divine. You no longer rush the process, you respect it. Faith teaches you to believe in the unseen. Action teaches you to manifest the seen. And when they work together, you tap into divine alignment. If you want to change your life, stop separating belief from behavior. Don't just talk about your dream. Walk toward it. Don't just pray for opportunities. Prepare for them. Don't just hope things will change. Act like they already are. The energy you put out is that comes back to you. Faith and action together create miracles. Not the kind that fall from the sky, but the kind you build with your own hands. Every step you take in faith moves you closer to your destiny. Every moment you act with belief adds power to your purpose. Keep believing, keep moving, and soon your momentum will be unstoppable. Your time is your legacy. Spend it creating greatness. Every second of your life is a piece of your story, a mark you're leaving behind. The way you live, the way you act, the way you use your time, it all becomes your legacy. People often think legacy is about fame, money, or status, but it's not. Legacy is about impact. It's about what you leave behind in people's hearts when you're no longer here. And the truth is, your legacy is being written right now with how you spend your time today. Time is the one resource you can never get back. Once it's gone forever. You can recover from a loss, rebuild after failure, and even rise again after heartbreak, but you can never reclaim wasted time. That's why you have to treat every day like a building block of your legacy. Every choice you make is either constructing something lasting or destroying the potential of what could be. You have to understand that greatness isn't built in a moment. It's built in moments. It's the hours you dedicate to mastering your craft, the time you invest in becoming better, the energy you pour into your purpose. Every time you choose growth over comfort, discipline over distraction, progress over procrastination, you're adding another brick to your legacy. Because legacies aren't created when people are watching. They're created in the quiet hours when no one sees your grind, your struggle, your persistence. The sad truth is most people waste their time chasing things that will never matter in the end. They scroll endlessly, argue pointlessly, and chase validation from people who won't even remember their names. They live as if time is infinite, as if tomorrow is guaranteed. But it's not. One day the clock will stop for all of us. And when that moment comes, what will matter most isn't how much time you had, but how you used it. Your time is your proof of purpose. It reveals what you truly value. You can say you want success, but if your time goes to excuses instead of effort, you don't want it bad enough. You can say you want change, but if you keep wasting time on distractions, you're choosing comfort over growth. Look at your days closely. They tell the truth about your priorities. Your legacy isn't built on what you say you'll do. It's built on what you actually do with your time. If you want to create greatness, you must become intentional about your hours. Guard them like treasure. Protect your focus from people and things that drain your energy. Stop letting the world pull you in every direction. Every yes you give to something meaningless is a no to your destiny. Be ruthless with your time because greatness demands sacrifice. You can't build a legacy while living distracted. Think about the people you admire, the ones whose names echo through time. They didn't have more hours in their day than you. They just used theirs differently. They turned pain into power, setbacks into strategy, and time into transformation. They lived like their time mattered because it did. Every move they made was purposeful. Every decision was aligned with their mission. And that's what set them apart. Your time is your opportunity to leave something behind that outlives you. It could be your work, your words, your example, or even the lives you touch along the way. You don't have to be famous to have a legacy. You just have to live fully with intention and integrity. Every person you inspire, every act of kindness you offer, every dream you chase, it all becomes part of your story. So ask yourself, what will your legacy say about you? Will it tell a story of someone who waited, doubted, and settled? Or will it tell the story of someone who rose, who fought, who gave everything to their purpose? You decide that every day by how you spend your time. Time is life, and life is legacy. Don't waste it living small, playing safe, or following the crowd. Use it to build something timeless. Use it to become someone unforgettable. Your time is your legacy. Spend it creating greatness, because that's how you turn moments into immortality.